So practice problem 3.4 just says write the balanced equation for the reaction that occurs when methanol is burned in air. And so the first thing is, if we know this is a combustion reaction, so we have CH3OH, right, which we know is a liquid, and we're reacting that with the oxygen in the air, which is going to be a gas, okay, and that's going to produce carbon dioxide and water, right? So we have CO2, which is a gas, plus we're having H2O, okay. So at that point we can just balance the equation, and so we need to write out our reactants and our products and then balance those. So here we have a carbon, we have an H3 and an H, right? And we have an oxygen and we have an O2, okay. On this side we have a carbon, we have H2, and we have an O2 and an oxygen, okay. So at that point we just need to go through and balance it, okay. So we can add up how much we have on each side. So we have one carbon here, we have a total of 4 hydrogens, total of 3 hydrogens on this side. We have one carbon over here, we have 2 hydrogens, and a total of 3 oxygens over here. So the carbons we can look at first, they're balanced. Then if we go to the hydrogens, okay, we say that we need at least a 2 in front here, okay, which is then going to give us a total of 4, okay, to balance that, which means that 2 is going in front of that H2O, which means a 2 goes in front there, okay, which then means we now have a total of 4 oxygen on this side, okay. And if we look at the oxygens, then we can say, okay, well, we need a total of 4 on this side. And so if we actually multiply the oxygen that's by itself, right, that's going to be the easiest one to change, because if we add a number in front of this oxygen, now we've changed all the carbon and the hydrogens. And so we can say, okay, well, what about if we add it in front of this oxygen? Well, if we do, sorry about that. So if we do 3 halves, okay, that's going to give us a total of 3 oxygens here, plus 1 more gives us a total of 4. Okay, and so that gives us a total of 4 and balances the equation. Okay, so at that point we have CH3OH plus 3 halves oxygen, which is then going to give us CO2 plus 2H2O. But you notice that we still have this 3 halves, right? And so what we want to do is actually multiply everything in here by 2 so that this half part will cancel out. And so our final answer then is 2CH3OH plus 3O2 gives us 2CO2 plus 4H2O. And that's our final answer.